here's your homework. Okay, your homework is going to be to work both digitally and physically with your project. You are to create that cover over top of it so that you can bring that model in with your porches drawn, right, where they're going to be. And you are to do that also with the small box. But I would encourage you to look at it using Rhino, because how quick and easy is it to shove a shape in the box and subtract it in Rhino? Seconds, right? How quick and easy is it to do on this? Hell, it probably took you longer to make this thing than it would take you to do that in Rhino. That plan thing that I showed you guys, that took me about 5 minutes to do in Rhino. Didn't take very long. So some projects lend themselves to working, iterating, right, in that medium. Now that's not going to help you when it comes to the site plan, because I'm assuming you guys don't have the site in Rhino. You might, I don't know. Okay. So you guys are to make the two covers, okay? You guys are to, you already have in class picked a either hidden or not hidden position. You have picked one of the 3 access points, and you have used that access point to decide where to move the box to and where to put the subtraction for the entry. All right, so now I'm going to ask you guys to finish doing that for the sunset porch, okay? And when you come back, I want you to have that stuff all drawn on these 2 surfaces, on these 2 boxes. Plus, I want you to hand sketch me, or do it in the computer, a floor plan and a section through your box. If you want to do it in the computer, I'm fine with it. I mean, as a matter of fact, some of you were working on that today in Marty's class. You guys saw the little floor plan with the purple walls and the black lines? Something like that is more than fine for me. Okay? We are going to be finishing this box, or this project, this week. So beginning next week, we're going to move on to a different project. Okay? So I'm trying to think if there's other stuff that you guys have to complete. Your site plan should have all of the information sketched onto it. Your site plan should have drawn on the site plan where your little building is and where the 2 porches are. So I'm going to make sure that I illustrate that. So I'm going to turn this thing down and make sure that it's seeing this plan. All right. So when you guys come back on this plan, I want you guys to have your box. I want you to have the axes lines drawn. I want you to have your cross axes done. I want you to decide which of the 3 entrances you want. And then I want you to draw your box on there. And I want you to show me where your porches are. And remember, you can use a 1/8 inch scale for this. So I can use 1/8 inch and go 3 or 5 feet deep, 20 feet wide. So my I'm going to highlight that with this pencil, with this marker. So I can clearly see your decision making related to visible, not visible, which axes, and where you put your porch. Okay? That can see all this? All right? You can also very lightly draw where the floor of the porches are. So I'll fatten these lines up. Let me ask a question. If you didn't start with the site, and you just ignored the site, and you came up with something for the box, and then you did all your drawings, right, and everything was nice, and you had these beautiful drawings, and then you brought it in, and I said, well, why'd you put the entry there? You should have put the entry over here. You should have made it this wide. Wouldn't it suck to have to redo all that because you didn't start with your site? So understand that there's a method to this madness. You have to kind of understand the overall before you can hone in on the more smaller details. Okay? So I've given you kind of an outline for how to proceed with that. All right, questions? No questions. All right. You will have one additional reading, and that additional reading will be an Arc Daily article on the Chapel of the Holy Cross. Okay? Chapel of the Holy Cross. Please go back through the weeks, because you had 6 readings one day, right? And then you had 3 readings another day, and then another reading on the Salk Institute another day, and now I'm giving you another reading on the Chapel of the Holy Cross. Does anybody know what that is? No, Chapel of the Holy Cross is in Sedona, Arizona, and it's in okay, do you guys seen Toontown? No, not Toontown. The one where the cars, the Disney thing with the cars. Cars? All those red rocks, that's what Disney patterned it on, was those red, the way that those canyon walls are in Sedona, where the Chapel of the Holy Cross is. Okay? All right, that's it.